So right now, for kind of our final comments, I'd like to introduce someone who probably needs no introduction in this movement. In his long and distinguished career, he has been an anti-apartheid lawyer, an outspoken activist for the LGBTQI and HIV communities, and a justice of the Constitutional Court of South Africa. Back in 2008, he called for a movement to end HIV criminalization, and he's been engaged with us ever since. Many of us are, riding on his legacy, including his participation in Beyond Blame in Durban and in Amsterdam. So I want to turn over to a video message from Edwin Cameron. Unfortunately, he had to leave us, but we are going to be able to hear from him by video today, his message.
Good day. I'm absolutely delighted to join you today. It has been an exciting few hours, action-packed, with exciting inputs and speeches and cries to action from a range of people. I'm here to say that we have been battling this fight for many years. Since the start of the HIV epidemic, we as gay men, as gay women, as queers, as transgender people, as sex workers, as people using drugs, have been persecuted by the criminal law. And I'm here this afternoon, morning for some of you in San Francisco, evening for some of you in Moscow. I'm here to say enough. Enough. We have achieved a great deal with our movement, with the HIV Justice Network. We have achieved a great deal in conscientizing lawmakers, lawgivers, and the public. It is now time for us to join in unison to demand the end of these stigmatizing, retrograde, unproductive, hurtful, harmful laws. It is a long struggle we've engaged in, and it's one that has hurt many of us. Some of us here today, some of us listening in, some of us who have spoken, have felt the most brutal brush of the law. They have been imprisoned, unjustly prosecuted, unjustly convicted, and unjustly sent away. HIV is not a crime, but there's more to it. Criminalizing HIV, criminalizing the transmission or exposure of HIV, as many countries on my own beautiful continent, Africa, do, is not just stupid and retrograde. It impedes the most important message of the HIV epidemic now, which is that this epidemic is manageable. I've been on antiretroviral treatment now for very nearly 23 years. My viral load has been undetectable for more than 20. We can beat this, but we have to approach this issue as a public health issue. We have to approach it rationally and sensibly and without stigma and without targeting people and without seeking to hurt and marginalize people. We've made calamitous mistakes with the misapplication of the criminal law over the last 100 years in the so-called war on drugs. We continue to make a calamitous mistake in Africa and elsewhere by misusing the criminal law against queer people like myself. We make a huge mistake by misusing the criminal law against people with HIV. Let us rise today and say enough. Thank you.
Enough is enough. Thank you, Edwin Cameron, and many thanks to Nana and Paul and to all of the guests on the virtual sofa, to all of you for asking the questions. If you want to be part of the movement to end HIV criminalization, you can go to the HIV Justice Worldwide website and join the movement. The website and the forms also available in Spanish, French, and Russian. And if you want to know more about HIV criminalization, please visit the HIV Justice Network website. As we rely on our networks and activists like you to keep the information up to date, please get in touch with us by using the contact form on the website to tell us what's going on in your country, in your community, in your organization. So now it's time to thank everyone involved in putting this together, starting with the HIV 2020 organizers, especially Rachel Ong and Naluka Pereira, and a sincere thank you to the interpreters on this webinar, without whom we wouldn't have been able to reach so many of you. Thank you to everyone on the HIV Justice Worldwide Steering Committee, of course, and thanks to my amazing team at the HIV Justice Network, especially Julian Howes and my rock, my life partner, Nicholas Feustel. And finally, most importantly, thanks to all of you for caring about HIV criminalization and for attending Beyond Blame 2020. Goodbye.